We've had a look at quite a few creepy videos on this channel, and while they are quite unsettling, they usually at least tend to have some kind of a backstory or an explanation. But then there are the videos that are not only creepy, but also don't seem to have any kind of reasoning behind them. While some elements of these videos can be explained, the fact that they even exist in the first place remains a mystery. So today we're going to be having a look at just that. So here are 5 disturbing YouTube videos that are unexplainable. Number 1 is the last footage. This is a video that was taken in 2006 that shows 2 guys traveling together in a car. They begin their journey on the main road, but eventually decide to attempt to take a shortcut through a nearby forest. This turns out to be unsuccessful because their car breaks down and they are essentially stuck. At this point, they begin to hear some very unsettling noises coming from inside of the forest.
Det var meg overalt.
The noises seem to get closer and closer until they eventually see the creature that was making it. It's unclear what the creature actually is, but it must have been a violent one because apparently this is the last time they were ever seen. Number 2 is What's Your Problem? This was a public access TV show that was made in the late 80s or early 90s in Pittsfield, USA. And it is one of the most bizarre shows you will ever see. A clip of the show resurfaced onto YouTube in the summer of 2006. This 3.5-minute clip shows what is supposed to be the entire idea behind the show, and the reason why it's creepy is because of how unbelievably repetitive it is.
I'm just trying to eat a fish. What is wrong with you? I'm only trying to eat a fish. Would you shut up? What's wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with me. Problem. There's nothing wrong with me. What is wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with me. Wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with me. Would you shut up and let me eat my fish? What is wrong with you? Would you shut up? What is wrong with you? Would you just shut up? What's your problem? Would you shut up?
Now that was only a small clip, but believe it or not, that's it. That's the entire show. Something with the robotic voice saying what's wrong with you, what's your problem, while the guy in front of the camera responds almost every single time. And he just keeps on answering the robotic voice's questions, like no matter what. This goes on for 3 minutes while he tries to eat a fish that's attached to a string so it keeps getting away from him. What is this? Well, apparently a lot of people have asked that same question, but there hasn't been any definitive answers. Of course, this show didn't have that many viewers for obvious reasons, so when it was re-uploaded to YouTube, not many people were able to provide answers. So it just remains a weird, creepy mystery. One thing's for sure though, this guy definitely does not have a problem.
Wrong with you? I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. Can't you hear me? I don't have a problem. I want to eat my fish. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem. Don't have a problem. I want to eat my fish.
Number 3 is The Fallen Angel. This is footage that was taken in 2006 that shows 2 guys walking through a forest. Throughout the video, they seem to be looking for something, and they do end up finding it. The first thing they find appears to be a feather with some blood next to it, and then they ran into this. Now I know what you're thinking, that's not an angel. Well, the fallen angel actually refers to Lucifer, who was cast away and dropped from heaven for being rebellious. Now I'm not saying it's the devil, but people have taken the feather, the blood, and the monstrous image that this creature appears to have and come to that conclusion. However, people have also come to the conclusion that it might just be a guy taking a shit. Which, to be honest, is pretty great, because when are you ever going to hear the sentence, oh yeah, it might be the devil, but it might be a guy taking a shit? Never. You were never going to hear that sentence until this video came along and changed that forever. So this video has turned out to be pretty beneficial. Number 4 is sitting and smiling. Benjamin Bennett is a YouTuber who runs a web series known as Sitting and Smiling. The idea behind this series is pretty simplistic. He'll sit down somewhere in his house or apartment and he'll smile at the camera for 4 hours. And this isn't something he's just done once. Benjamin has released over 200 episodes of this series. Nobody's really too sure why he makes these videos in the first place. He himself hasn't offered any reasonable explanation. One thing's for sure though, he is incredibly consistent when it comes to sitting and smiling. So much so that in the 5th episode of this series, somebody broke into his house and actually went into the room where Benjamin was recording. Believe it or not, Benjamin just kept smiling.
What?
Nobody's too sure why Benjamin has made over 200 4-hour episodes of this series that essentially features the same thing every single time, but at least he seems happy about it, I guess. Number 5 is the unknown creature. This is a video taken by a man who was hearing some very strange noises in some woods that were nearby. The noises seem to be coming from some kind of an animal, but the man who's recording it does not know what the animal is, meaning that this is a very uncommon thing for him to hear, and that whatever creature is in the woods is a creature that is usually not there. The actual noise in question sounds like some kind of a demonic laugh. These noises go on for a couple of minutes until the man begins to hear gunshots. The reaction that the man has tells us that this is also something that doesn't usually happen in these woods.
I think that was a gunshot.
Eventually, we hear one final gunshot accompanied by a pretty terrifying sound. People have come to the conclusion that it was some kind of a creature that escaped from a facility. As to what the actual creature was, people have stated that it may be a coyote. However, while coyotes do tend to make sounds in a similar pitch, they don't tend to make the same sounds that were heard in this video. So we still haven't been given a definitive answer as to what this creature actually is. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, don't forget to hit that like button. I'll leave a link down below to a playlist that will lead you to all of the Disturbing 5s that I have made, so you can check that out if you want to. But that's about it. As always, until next time.